What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings, peace and love to everyone that's listening. Make sure to like and share this video. The Charlotte Hornets did it. They defeated the Brooklyn Nets. And now the Hornets and the Brooklyn Nets have the same record, 39-36. But I do feel, despite this game, the Brooklyn Nets will go on a winning streak. It's just one of those matchups where you have two players who should be the focal point. Let me say it again. Two players who should be the focal point, Lamelo Ball and Miles Bridges. They went ballistic. When you have a player like Lamelo Ball go for 17 points in the third quarter, that's tough for any team to come back. Miles Bridges did his thing, 24 points. And the one thing I like about Miles Bridges' 24 points, most of his points came from hustle points. You see, when he's not trying to be iso ball centric, playing this my turn, your turn basketball, it looks right. Lamelo played 37 minutes. Bridges played 38. The starters are playing more minutes, but I do have to say this. Before you say, oh, DJ's nitpicking, there was a point in this game where the Hornets lost that big, comfortable lead they had. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's when LaMelo Ball, for the most part, and Bridges, but really LaMelo Ball because he sat longer, had to watch while his team was just trying to secure a lead. That didn't work. Again, the Hornets, they need more selfless guys. And that's going to be addressed in the offseason. That should be addressed in the offseason. I just want to have more team guys that are willing defenders. Y'all notice every time LaMelo has one of these games where he's going ballistic trying to score at will, Terry Rozier, brother, can you at least do something besides just scoring for once? Y'all notice that every time LaMelo is doing his thing and scoring, Terry Rozier doesn't want to defend. He doesn't want to hustle. You already know my stance. Everybody's tradable except for LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, Book Knight, JT Thor, and pretty much the young guys. Everybody else can go. I have no problem with it. But the Hornets are 39-36. KD was trying to will his team to a victory. It just came up short. But I'm not really worried about the Brooklyn Nets. It's just one of those strange games. I've already saw what the Brooklyn Nets can do at full strength when they're focused, when they defeated the Miami Heat yesterday. So I think they'll be just fine. Now today, I had a Hornet fan try to address me because I was keeping it real. You know me, I don't sugarcoat. I pointed out that if the Hornets make the play-in game and lose, if they do not win a playoff series, it's a failure. And the person told me that I was being too harsh. But here's the thing. And this is the words of Mitch Kupchak. Mitch Kupchak was the one saying that the reason why he made the moves that he made, keeping Gordon Hayward and giving Terry Rozier that extension, tossing money out to veterans who are not stars, is because he wants to make a playoff push. Mitch Kupchak said this. So don't get mad at me for pointing out what Mitch Kupchak said. I also pointed out you lose that luxury as a team for having that excuse for just being happy with mediocre wins or a mediocre record. See, if the Hornets were really building around LaMelo and Book Knight and a bunch of young guys, by them just making a playing game, you would excuse that. But they're not doing it. Shoot, this is not even LaMelo's team. Even despite this win, do you really think that they're going to give LaMelo the keys the rest of the season? No, it just depends. Now, the one thing that JB got better at is when it's a game that they need the most, he would give LaMelo the most minutes. He'll let LaMelo be LaMelo just for a little bit, just for 3 quarters. Because I knew he wasn't going to do it in the 4th quarter. I knew that. But since the Hornets are building this team and they've built it, let's keep it 1,000, y'all. They built this team around Terry and Gordon. And y'all think I'm just losing my mind by saying it, but you know this is not LaMelo's team. This team is not structured around LaMelo. They don't want to run. They don't want to do anything. This game is an anomaly. It's a mirage. I'm glad the Hornets win. Y'all know my stance on it. I don't want LaMelo associated with losing. So, of course, I'm happy they won. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't point out what they should do better. Now, JB and all the JB fans out there, here's something that you're going to like. JB, if you did exactly what you did this game for the first 3 quarters, I don't think anyone would complain. If you did that the whole season, I don't think anyone would complain. The thing is, I don't think JB would do what works. I truly feel that way. And Plumlee. Man, I'm lost for words. It's a good thing that LaMelo Ball had the game he had because Plumlee was just getting dogged in the paint. The Hornets this offseason definitely needs to get a 7-footer who can control the paint, who's not afraid of anything. That's a man amongst boys. They need a grown man in the paint. Not someone trying to be a fake point guard. And I want to give props to Cody Martin. Cody Martin did his job. Now, the Brooklyn Nets left him wide open. But still, he knocked down the threes. And he was clutch. When you make the plays, hey, I give respect. PJ Washington, he did a good job of taking advantage of the defensive coverages. The opposing teams are not game planning for him. I've always said he should average a lot of points. May not be 20, but he should average 15 and 10, literally. If they're not going to be guarding you like that. So PJ had 18 points, 11 rebounds. He made 2 out of 3 threes, 8 for 12, field goal shooting, perfect game. 5 assists, smart, not trying to do too much. That's the PJ I want to see. But one thing I noticed in these last couple of games, Kelly Oubre's been off. I don't know what it is. He just hasn't been himself. But in these next couple of games, they're going to need him to step up. As for the Brooklyn Nets, again, I'm not worried about them. They don't even have Ben Simmons playing. They'll be fine. When you have a point guard going ballistic in 3 quarters, like LaMelo just did tonight, he could beat anybody. That team, the Hornets, can beat anybody when LaMelo has the keys like he did. But the question will be, going forward in this season, will James Borrego check his ego and allow LaMelo to be LaMelo? That's going to be the question. But before I go, I have to address this. I looked around social media because I knew people were going to do this. They gave James Borrego the credit for LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges for scoring the points they did in this game. That's crazy. I'm going to tell you why it's crazy. When Michael Jordan, when he played, and I'm not saying that LaMelo's Michael Jordan, but when Michael Jordan had career highs in scoring, you didn't see anyone say, well, he had that because of Phil Jackson. When the late, great Kobe Bryant had the 81 points, you didn't hear someone say, well, Kobe had 81 points because of Phil Jackson and the triangle. No one said that. When Steph Curry had the record of threes and he had that amazing year in 2013 and 14, and then the other one, 14 and 15, no one said because of Mark Jackson, who I think is a great coach, and Steve Kerr, who's a solid coach, no one said that they were the reason why Steph was scoring the way he did. You see where I'm going? The Hornets seem like their fan base, not all, and shout out to Eternity, who's a knowledgeable fan. I wish more fans were like her. Because she's even said on Twitter, no, this is all LaMelo. This is all Miles Bridges. She let everybody know that she's not going to give credit to JB for that. Come on now. That was just freestyling. Y'all know how LaMelo played, making nothing into something. That's something he always does. Matter of fact, I wish JB would call more plays for LaMelo. But that's another topic for a different day. So Hornet fans, be happy for the win, but let's be logical. The reason why the Hornets won this game, which is a great victory, is because your two stars, I repeat, your two stars, LaMelo and Miles Bridges, delivered. And then you had the role players like Caleb Martin and others making their shots, especially in the fourth quarter. That's why they won. It has nothing to do with out coaching. James Borrego did not outcoach Steve Nash. If the roles were reversed and if LaMelo and Miles Bridges was with the Nets, they would have won. If LaMelo and Miles Bridges were on other teams, they would have won shooting like that. Let's use common sense now. This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings, peace and love to everybody. Like and share this video, and I'm out.